Our gospel reading comes from John chapter 15, verses 9 through 17. Jesus is talking. As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. I've said these things to you so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I do not call you servants any longer, because the servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends, because I have made known to you everything that I have heard from my Father. You did not choose me, but I choose you. And I appointed you to go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. I am giving you these commands so that you may love one another. This ends our reading of the word. Please join me in prayer. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of our hearts be pleasing to you, O God, our rock and our Redeemer. And friends, what an amazing and surprising word to describe the relationship Jesus is offering each of us. Friends, cherished people, the ones that he chooses to spend time with, love, and trust to carry out his missions for him. There are some very, very big statements in our little tiny passage today. Jesus says that he loves us with the same love he receives from God, and then invites us to abide in that love. In other words, to be secure in his love for us, so that it is our heart's home, our base of security, no matter where we are in life, is this incredible love that Jesus and God offer to us. Today, on Mother's Day, we think about our moms as the person who has nurtured us and given us a secure place to go whenever life gets to be a bit too much. This is what Jesus is offering, to be our safe place where we can find courage, inspiration, security, rest, all those things which are part of his love for us. In exchange for all the benefits of being loved by him, he asks just one thing: keep his commandments. We all know what those commandments are: to love God with our entire being, to love others, and to share the good news of that love with everybody. As if having his love isn't a great enough reward to entice us to spread all that love around, he offers an additional prize: his joy. He offers us his joy so that our own joy may be complete. Not some stingy little portion of joy, but complete joy. Joy that grows and grows until it can't be contained and starts bursting out all over the place. But wait, there is even more. First we get all this love, then we get an abundance of joy, and to top off all of that, we get to be the friends of Jesus. Not subjects or servants or subordinates or even followers, but friends. We are elevated to a level of mutuality in exchange for being willing to recipients of love and joy, and then sharing those gifts abundantly with others. One of the ways that people are able to maintain power over others is to withhold information. If you are the only person who knows the plan, everyone has to keep coming back to you for instructions. If you are the only person who understands something, Everyone has to keep looking to you for information and advice. Jesus could very easily hang on to his position of power and authority by virtue of his superior knowledge of God. But instead, he shared everything he knew with us so that we could be truly friends, equals, co-participants in God's plan. That's placing a lot of trust in us to allow us to know all the important details and give us the freedom to live as light or to not. We're chosen by Jesus to be his emissaries in this world, spreading God's love far and wide, bearing fruit abundantly with lasting effects. Our great commission, our sacred mission, is to be friends with Jesus, bringing the fruits of the Spirit into the lives of ourselves and others. Our job description is to bear love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control wherever we go, sharing those fruits with whomever we encounter. And all that fruit bearing is intended to bring about more love for each other. On Friday evening, Michael Henyon, my mom, and I went to Jackson Coffee to listen to Steve Berkmeyer perform. We always enjoy him. He's talented, and he has a very warm and friendly demeanor. We knew we were in for a nice time, but we didn't know we were in for a spiritual experience. Steve was the messenger, but Michael was the one who heard the message first and then shared it with Mom and me. As the lyrics for Annie's song, "You Fill Up My Senses" by John Denver, wrapped us in a comfortable embrace, Michael said, "Imagine this is about Jesus. Imagine Jesus is filling up our senses." It was a beautiful experience sitting there as three people who love each other, letting Jesus come fill us again. The very next song continued that theme of letting Jesus be our source, of abiding in Jesus. "You've Got a Friend" tells us that we can call on our friend anytime, no matter what. The music continued, moving from one artist to another, and the extra special connection that we felt because we were hearing that deeper message of Jesus' love for us stayed with us through the evening. One other time when we were listening to Steve, he was taking requests. So Michael and I asked him if he could play Imagine. He knows about 1 billion songs, but he wasn't comfortable performing that particular song. He didn't think he could do it justice. But the next time that we saw him, he had learned it, and he played it for us. This time when we were there, we didn't name any specific songs, just artists we wanted to hear. And when we asked for a Beatles song, his face looked like he wasn't in the mood to do the Beatles Friday night. So he said, "Tell you what, I'll do John Lennon for you instead." He played Imagine, and we did just that. We imagined all the world living in the peace of Christ. Then, Steve must have been inspired because he moved on to Let It Be, and we embraced that message too. Psalm 46:10 tells us, "Be still and know that I am God." So let it be. Be still and know who God is, and that God allows us to let go and let God be in charge. All that music has been running through my head, and it actually made it difficult to write a message for all of you because I kept thinking, with all those beautiful words other people have written, what could I possibly offer beyond that? So I'm going to share some of those lyrics. Imagine a back and forth conversation between you and Jesus. And actually, this could work either way, with either Jesus speaking first or you speaking first, and trading back and forth. I like to think of us asking Jesus, telling Jesus, "You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come, fill me again. And then Jesus might respond with, come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come love me again. And then Jesus might continue with this promise to always be our trustworthy friend in whom we can sincerely abide. When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me. And soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon, you'll hear me knocking at your door. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them, but don't let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You've got a friend. We do have a friend, an amazing friend in Jesus. May we live securely in that blessed friendship, so that the love he lavishes on us so extravagantly takes root in us, causing us to bear fruit abundantly. May we spread the love of Jesus as freely as a child with an open bottle of glitter running around, sprinkling that joy everywhere. Amen.